Hey dreamers, this is Jay and I'm back for another Journal with Me episode, and here I am finally documenting my November 2021 favorites. And I start by putting down a wash of watercolors from the Art Philosophy Terrain watercolor palette. Now I picked some nice bright but bold colors because I felt like they kind of went with the colors in a lot of the printed out icons that I'm going to use in this spread. And so I'm getting that down. I only use one wash because they are pretty bold, and so I feel like they stand out pretty well with just one wash. And so now I'm getting into my decorating, putting down some film washi first. And I have found that when you stick things there in the crack, it's good to go over it with your craft knife. So it splits up on both sides and it's not so much tension on that spine. Anyway, I'm using the November sticker from the Good Times sticker pack by Simple Stories. And you guys know anything that I use in my spread, if I can find a link for it, it will be below. And so I start off putting down the shows and movies that I want to feature that I really love this month. Of course, I watched more than this, but these were the ones that were my favorite, and I have talked about The Harder They Fall ad nauseum. And so there were so many good characters in this movie that I couldn't decide at first who I wanted to feature. And then I considered the fact that overall I feel like it's Nat Love's story, so I did put Nat Love down there. I watched this show called An Astrological Guide for Broken Hearts. It was such a cute show, and I actually just finished the second season. It's now in March when I'm doing this voiceover of 2022. I also watched Delune, which is Full Moon, which is a Turkish drama. It's on YouTube. It has English subtitles. It is such a cute show, and there's this cute little boy in it. His character name is Bullet, and he is so adorable. Absolutely love him. And then I also watched Colin in Black and White. Such a good show, but when I tell you I was in a quiet rage watching this show because the way that they gaslit that boy throughout the entire series, even his parents, made me so angry. Anyway, also I watched Shang-Chi. Fantastic. Love it, Marvel. I also watched King Richard, which was about Venus and Serena's father and the vision he had for them in their lives. And there was this in the beginning of the movie. There was a point where he said nobody ever had any respect for Richard. He said, but they gonna have some respect for y'all. And just knowing it had me choked up because knowing the impact of Venus and Serena on the tennis game. I mean, just worldwide. And I just perfect. And then I also watched a show called Mr. Wrong, and I think in Turkish it's Bey Yanlış. It is also on YouTube with English subtitles. Absolutely loved it. I can't wait to watch both of those over again. They were so good. But yeah, Mr. Wrong, just two thumbs up. Love it, love it, love it. Anyway, here I am getting down one of the songs that I had on repeat, which is actually a throwback song. It's been out for quite a while. It's called Closer by Guapale. Look it up if you haven't heard of it. And then I think I was listening to this like around 2007-ish or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, had it on repeat. It's such a smooth song. And then, of course, excuse me, the next one I'm featuring, I have also talked about in previous videos is Ed Sheeran's Overpass Graffiti that just came out late last year on his new album Equals. It is easily my favorite track on the entire album, even though I love the whole thing, and there are other songs I really really love. Overpass Graffiti just wins for me, and it's only March, but I feel like at the end of the year on Spotify, my most listened to song is going to be between Overpass Graffiti, Two Step by Ed Sheeran, and another song called Peru. I can't remember the other artists on the song right at the moment, but Ed Sheeran, of course, is one of them. It's probably gonna be one of those three that I've listened to a ridiculous amount of time. So I'm getting that down, and then lastly, the book that I read for the month is called The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan, and I have talked about her before. She's the one that wrote the Hoop series and some other ones. And this one is about an indigenous woman who loses her mom when she's young, who's an activist, and she becomes an activist. And she ends up meeting this guy at one of these activist things, and then it's kind of a slow burn kind of story, and it's really, really good. And it just really highlights the issue and problem that indigenous people are having with their women just disappearing and going missing, and nobody's really doing anything about this. So I really love the fact that she took a real world problem and highlighted it even in a fiction book, and then of course wrapped it up in a cute, wonderful, lovely love story. And Kennedy Ryan's prose, it is amazing. I mean, probably one of the best I've ever read. And so I did end up writing down a quote from the book. I didn't write down the entire quote, but I will read it to you here. And it says, "If a kiss has a color, this one is the muted shades of the sky overhead. A menage a trois of midnight and indigo and moonshine silver." And it continues on. And it is so beautiful. But anyway, so my entire watch list for November is Haunted, Astrological Guide for Broken Hearts, The Harder They Fall, Colin in Black and White, Catching Killers, Army of Thieves, The Broken Hearts Gallery, and people really raved about that movie, but it was just meh for me. Delune, again, Full Moon, the Turkish drama, loved it, loved it. Black Widow, really, really good. I love Black Widow. I really enjoyed her sister in this. And then Shang-Chi, King Richard, Tiger King, the second season. Red Notice, Ed Sheeran shows up in that. And Mr. Wrong and Hellbound. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. You guys know that any materials I use in this spread, if I can find a link for it, you can find it in the description box below. If you like this content, I'd appreciate if you'd give it a thumbs up, like, and share. I hope everyone has been safe and well, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!